We were cruel. We wanted to see what happens to a cat when you dip it in water. What will the cat do? So we dipped the cat in water. It fought, it scratched, it broke through the bathroom window. What that we did? Tubulu, as in, and then you know, kids are not thinking at you. Oh, the bathtub doesn't have to be full. We filled the bathtub with water.
Welcome back to Mission Accomplished. Me, your host, Lemon Minamo, and
your co-host, Tendo Edriga.
Now, today we have a very special guest with us, a famous actor, Kenyan, I might add, who acted in Country Queen, as Vivian, and anything else?
Single Kiasi, Sense8. Desperate Housewives Africa, Corner.
Wow, those are
and these are not even all of them.
You can't name them all.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I mean, I've been acting for 24 years.
Wow.
That is
That is
about
intense.
double his life.
That's your life and your life combined.
And don't even reach that.
It won't even reach.
That's okay. So you can maybe introduce yourself to the viewers.
Oh, my name is Mimi Wachera. I am a Kenyan actress and casting director. So I do both work on camera and I do work behind the camera, looking for actors to fill plays or movies or television commercials or TV series. I've been acting for 24 years, as I said, and I started acting at the Phoenix Professional Center, which was a theater that was in existence back in the day. In the 90s and the 80s, it was a very, very popular place where actors would go and get trained. So that's why I started my acting career, and that's what I've been doing for the last 24 years.
Do you enjoy casting, directing, and acting, or like is it sometimes, man, I just have to do this?
No, I really enjoy. I mean, I don't think anyone would do it for 24 years if they didn't enjoy it. I really, really, really love acting, and I really enjoy casting because it gives me an opportunity to like work with actors and play with them. When we're rehearsing, we call it playing, and play with them different scenes. So I really enjoy that. What I can say is that over the years, I've become less and less in love with acting than I was in the beginning, and more in love with casting. Yeah, that's what has happened.
So, could you tell us a bit more about your childhood?
Oh, wow. That came from nowhere. So I'm the second born in a family of 4 girls, no brothers. Yeah, and I was born in 1978. Is that like ancient? Right?
Not really.
Yeah? 78.
1978 is about 45 years.
Very good at math. I'm 46 years old.
Okay.
So when we were young, we used to do a lot of like performance for birthday parties. You know how your mom is like, put a skit together. Your uncles are coming, or you know, you put a dance like routine together with my neighbors. I grew up here in Gumo, so we used to dance with a group called. We used to call ourselves the Pink Ladies, after a group in a movie called Grease, and we'd actually perform for birthdays in the estate. So like if it was your birthday, we'd come, we'd dance, or we'd do a skit, or we'd do a play, and that's where my love for acting began. But it was very funny because in primary school, I was in a Catholic primary school, Consolata Primary School, and they had no drama club there at all. So everything that I did as far as acting was concerned, we just did it with my sisters. We would play a lot of like stupid games, like we're having adventures, we throw ropes above the roof, then we're climbing the roof, you know, we're going to rescue somebody on the roof. We'd play those kind of games, and we're really adventurous together. So my childhood was a lot of fun and a lot more play than I see you kids doing now, because remember, we didn't have internet, so we spent a lot of the time outside playing. TV used to start at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so there's no TV until 4 in the afternoon, so you have to do it.
You have to play.
You have to play. All my sisters are creative, but my older sister is a writer. I am an actor. My third born sister is an architect, and my last born sister is a therapist. So we're all creative in our own ways, and I think I'm the only one who pursued the performance space as an adult. I have a father and a mother. My dad was an engineer. Now he doesn't live in this country anymore. My mom is a bishop, so she preaches. And so we were brought up very, very strictly in the church, right? We weren't allowed to have boyfriends. We weren't allowed to go out on dates because culturally, I don't think that was even accepted back then. So I grew up with a very, very strict mom. So a lot of the entertainment we had to make it for ourselves. And that's, I think, where my love for performing began.
Do you necessarily, let me say, regret or wish you didn't do something in your childhood that like really told you that way I shouldn't have done this, that really changed? Say, did you do something really bad that you remember?
Oh, yes. I stole money from my dad. And I was stealing like 100 bob, a 50 bob. And back then, there was
5 bob was
even 5 bob. There was a cent called 10 cents, and you could go to the shop and buy 10 patkos or 10 ball gums with 1 10 cent. Because a ball gum was a cent. And a cent is, how many cents make a shilling? 100 cents make a shilling. So literally, if you steal a shilling, imagine how rich you are.
Yeah, you can go and give your class like
But then it's coins, jingling, jingling. It's not, paper money. So I stole pole, and then I was such a dummy. I was stealing. Then I go and buy sweets for my sisters. So then us guys, because my mom was so strict, she would know what was in our dustbins. She would know if we have carried if we have stolen anything from school. My mom was so strict. My mother. My mother. So you know what she found? Wrappers, sweet wrappers. Then she's like, who's buying you guys all these sweets? So she asks everyone. I said, where are you getting this money? She beat me black and blue. And she didn't only beat me, she beat me and my sisters. So of course for like 3 months, nobody, well, bad vibes, we hate you. That's how it was. So that was one of the biggest regrets for me, was this idea that I thought I could steal and get away with it. And I'm so glad that my parents nipped it in the bud early. I was beaten. My dad had never beaten me in my life. That day he beat me. Yeah. Have you guys ever stolen?
No.
I tried. There's one time that I had stolen money from my mom, and then I went just like what you did, and then bought for my sister something, and then she asked, where did you get the money from? And I said my friend had given it to me. And then one day I was changing into my pajamas. I used to hide my money into like when you see those brown bags that you usually get for popcorn. I used to try and hide my money there. And then one day I took out the money, and then since my pajamas didn't have, and my mom kept reminding, if you steal, I'll always know.
Yeah.
Don't worry, but I'll know. So my mom was like, so I was wearing pajamas and I thought they had pockets. So they didn't have pockets, and then I was just taking out the money, and then my mom entered the room. What are you doing? Let's just say ever since then I don't touch money.
Yeah.
It's not mine.
Exactly. Even me, I've never stolen anything that's not mine since that day, because of the repercussions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite part about acting and casting?
Casting.
Yes, casting.
Casting. So, acting is building the character, because imagine that you can create anything in this world about your character, as long as it makes sense for your character. So this idea that I have lived multiple lives is the thing I love most about acting. I've been so many things. I've been a lawyer, I've been an air hostess, I've been someone who's a kept woman at home, a man is taking care of me like a housewife. I've lived so many lives in this one life. And that's the one thing I love about acting. And the thing I love about casting is when you get a script, it's literally just words on paper, right? Then you take those words and you turn it into moving, talking, breathing, living individual. And I love that process. I love that process of taking the words that are on a paper and seeing them come to life with the characters that I've put or helped put into the play or the film or the series. Yeah.
Okay, so according to my research, our research, you acted as Vivian in
Country Queen.
Country Queen, yes.
Yeah.
So, about the cast, like, was it fun? Like, were the people like? Did they feel like family in the
Entire cast.
Yes.
like show, or were they just you're an actor, and was it easy?
Yeah.
Like, was it? Did they accidentally call you? Did you ever feel weird that they were calling you Vivian, or
No.
it just grew on?
I mean, first of all, these characters. I have this exercise or this practice that I do where I leave. If I'm getting on set, like now, like let's say that's the set, right? I come to work. I leave Nini outside, and the minute I walk in, I am the character. So when we're working on set, you won't hear people saying, "Hi Nini, hi Nini." People will always call you the character's name, even when you're not shooting. It'll be Vivian has fikared, Vivian is here, Vivian needs to get into makeup, Vivian needs to go and get changed. They won't say Nini needs to go and get changed. So it's not, professionally, it's not very easy to confuse your name for the character, because once you go into the wardrobe department and they put those clothes on you, and then they put your makeup, they do your hair, you no longer look like the person that you are. You look like a different character, and that's part of the process of becoming the character, right? So people don't confuse it. But then when you shoot projects like Country Queen, we shot it for 4 months. We did 2 months in Nairobi and we did 2 months in Murang'a. So the group that was in Nairobi became a family, because you're shooting almost every day and you're shooting with each other, and you're being picked up very early in the morning, and you go and you spend almost the whole day with the same cameraman, the same sound guys, the same directors, all those people. So and also cast, the actors. So you become like a small family. But then you also have to remember the dynamics of the relationships in the play, in the series that you're doing, or the movie that you're doing. So if you're my enemy and you're my friend, then even off camera, when we're not shooting, I won't talk to you much. I won't be like, hey, buddy with you. I'll be more with you. I'll hang out more with you. I'll be more friendly with you. Because I have to remember that the character doesn't like you, but the character likes you.
So you're meant to stay in character.
So for this particular character, Vivian Sabala, she was a cold-hearted woman, and she had no friends, and she was like really, really like closed off from. She didn't have warmth in her. So I didn't want this thing of I'm acting, then I have to come into character, then I go and I laugh with you guys on the side. You know, I wanted to maintain it so that the environment around me remains cold. It helps with the character. And that's why I did it for this character. But other characters, I don't have to do it. I could actually break out of character, go hang out with you. But this particular character needed to be separated from everyone else.
So then I hear, according to the research again,
I'm so proud of you guys and your research.
we learned that you also acted or are acting in Single Kiasi.
Yeah. Yes, I am acting in Single Kiasi, which is now the most recent project. But you know, the thing is, I also do stage productions. So I would say that my most recent production is actually a stage play that we did for 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. That is actually my most recent production, and we did that in Nairobi, Kisumu, and Mombasa. But because it's a stage play, nobody talks about it, right? Other than in the moment that it's happening. And before that, I shot Single Kiasi, and I played what's his character? Lenana's mother, Catherine. Lenana Kariba's mother. Nick. His character name is Nick, and I played his mother. And the idea was I'm the kind of woman who's very protective over her son. You know those babies, those mommy's boys, who are never impressed with any of the girlfriends that you bring home. So, and then there's a girl that my son is in love with, and I'm trying to show her down. Like, you ain't nothing. You don't know nothing. I'm the shears. Knit. You nothing. That was my character.
And now we're going to a special segment that we call the questions of the Lemon 10.
So, in this segment of the show, we will ask you questions based on what you like or what you do. Now, in your opinion, who would you say is the best actor? And in your opinion, who's your worst character? Like,
These are two questions.
yeah,
Okay, so my best actor and my best character.
your best
Or your favorite actor.
your most favorite
My favorite
character?
actor is Meryl Streep
Uh-huh.
and Anthony Hopkins and Viola Davis. I'm joking. Is Meryl Streep. And my favorite character is a character that I played back in the day on a show called Changes, and her name was Kiki Sereneki. She smuggled precious stones.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Basically like some hardcore thing.
Yeah.
Did your mom watch that film?
Yes.
Was she?
Yeah, my mom is civilized. Imagine she knows the difference. That's a third question. She knows the difference between acting and reality.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you enjoy sports?
Yes, I like running.
You like running?
But you know what happened? I used to run 12 kilometers like every day, and then I got attacked by a pit bull. And that sort of like, do you see this scar here?
Yeah.
This thing ripped me apart. Actually, all this is the pit bull. It ripped me apart. And then all this. Because it was early in the morning. So I sort of like stopped running after that. But I really enjoy running.
So basically, if you have a pit bull near Nini's area, please keep it in early in the morning so that she can do what she loves. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And now for the most.
Those are not 10 questions. I thought there were 10 questions.
Not 10.
Oh,
They're
any amount of questions.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
So now for the most important question in this podcast, because the aim of the podcast is to showcase the lives of those who have accomplished much. So what is the best piece of advice that you'd give to children who aspire to be like you?
You see what you guys are doing now?
Yeah.
You must start young. There's no ati, I'm too young to start this thing that I love to do. If you're interested in it and you can find a space or a place to do it, start it young. Because then is when you make all your mistakes, and by the time you're mature and an adult, you are a professional. And don't give up on your dream. Even if your parents tell you no, or you go to school, or you must do this degree, go do that, but don't give up on your dream. Yeah? Go do what your parents want you to do, but don't give up on your dream. Don't ever give up on your dream. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Nini, for giving us your wise words. I've learned a lot today. How about you, Sandra?
What have you learned?
I've learned that don't steal necessarily. Don't steal at all. I learned that by myself.
Yeah.
Number 2, you can do a lot if you believe in yourself. And number 3, I learned that you acted for 24 years.
Nice.
Oh,
you?
and I learned that you should always pursue your dreams.
Yes.
You should never give up.
Yeah.
And that you should always keep the pit bulls intact.
Yes.
Yeah. And then kill them when they get to 8 years old. Something happens to their brains and they go cuckoos.
Okay.
It's true.
So guys, get a cat if you have a pit bull. Cats are better. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you, Miss Nini, for coming and sharing your wise words among young aspiring actors and casting directors. Until next time. Chandra, do you have anything else to say?
Yes. Until next time, remember to tune in and thanks for joining.
Yep. This has been fun.
Bye.
Thank you.